Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rick Smooth, and we are here for another episode of Back on the Road with the Pro Wrestling Archives. And I want to talk about a couple things here when it comes to pro wrestling related stuff. I wanted to pitch an idea to Vince McMahon and Paul Heyman up in the headquarters of WWE offices. I had this idea. I thought about how can we bring gangster rap back into pro wrestling. Gangster rap is such a important part of 90s pro wrestling. To be able to even bring gangster rap into mainstream pop culture once again would be an honor and what I would call, a purpose in my life. Being from Philadelphia, being somebody who used to be at the arena, being somebody who wants pro wrestling to rise yet again. I have a perfect idea for you guys if you guys want it. NWA, Dr. Dre, MC Ren, Ice Cube, DJ Yella, and the missing member of NWA, Cole 187, Big Hutch, the man who invented the G-Funk. If you could bring him out for an NWA reunion, Vince, Paul, you got yourself a hit. And I'm telling you this right here. Make sure you remember Rick Smooth, Pro Wrestling Archives. Holler. All right? You know what I'm saying? 215-805-1652. Call anytime, day or night. I am willing to work. Now, I want to talk about some other things going on with pro wrestling, all right? This whole King of the Ring thing has been an incredible thing, and I understand that there was an injury with Elias. Now, this whole thing has just changed and shifted, and I think that whatever's happening with it, I think that it's going to be a big moment in pro wrestling history. So I want to, once again, just say congrats on Paul and Vince, keeping everybody's attention when it comes to wrestling. I don't know what's going on with Eric sometimes, but, I do like Eric's product and what he's putting out on SmackDown. I think it's important for pro wrestling. I think Paul Lee right now is just putting on a display and a demonstration of how it's supposed to be and where it's headed and the vision and the surge that he's putting into it. Believe me, over here in Philadelphia, we're putting a similar kind of surge down, and we're polishing our skills too, and we're seeing all the guys coming through who are just on that natural ability, So I'm seeing all the youngsters coming through and the second generationers, and Vince, I do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? You're on top. You're gonna stay on top. And pretty soon we will be having AEW. We will be talking about AEW, and the reason why we will be talking about it is because the new weekly show will be on. Now, Dustin Rhodes made a very interesting point the other day about social media, and I think he's right about this. It's very hard to maintain and hold down storylines with social media being the way it is with wrestling fans, because, the whole kayfabe stuff's changed, but I think that with that problem comes a solution, and I think that solution will be get people back off of social media. That's the best bet I could think of. I know when I stay off of it, and I have a pretty good time staying off of it sometimes, because I go back into my old early 2000s way, which is, text messaging and calling people on the telephone and not expecting, to meet up with my friends on social media, because I think that's actually holding society back in bigger ways, as in, people don't go out and party like they used to. People don't meet up with friends daily like they used to. They see them online, and occasionally, if you're lucky, if you see them at the bar. That's just the nightlife right now. It sucks. So hopefully we can bring people back into the true American way. Let's throw down some good parties, man. Let's have some good gatherings. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are in AA these days because of the whole epidemic stuff that's been going on, and the whole alcohol industry stuff that's been going on too. And I'm not trying to disrespect nothing, but I'm just raising awareness that we still have to bring people together, whether people are sober or not. Whether people are religious or not, whether people are online or not. Whatever it is, we still have to unify the people, and we still have to bring them together. And I don't see a better way right now than bringing them together with the World Wrestling Entertainment. So I'm out here in Kingston, New York right now, and I just felt like I had to do something. And I know Poughkeepsie's right around the corner. I'm a huge fan of everything Paul E. did up there with ECW, and I'm just a big fan to be in this particular region with pro wrestling, which I also feel the same way about with music. Just to even be able to play music in the same region where all this wrestling stuff goes on, it's a true honor. And to be on the road, riding the same rails, if you know what I'm saying, it's just a beautiful thing. So I want to give a special shout out to Philadelphia. I want to give a special shout out to Poughkeepsie, New York. I want to give a special shout out to Stamford, Connecticut. Once again, Vince McMahon, Paul E., if you get the message, NWA reunion, WWE, if you guys can pull it off, maybe the next decade will be a great decade of not only wrestling, but music. Thanks a lot. Peace out.